gateway activation. So marketing plus we're looking at payments gateway activation. In WordPress websites. Payments gateway activation in WordPress websites. So let's start with what is payment gateway? In WordPress. What is payment gateway in WordPress? The payment gateway is WordPress, or a payment gateway in WordPress is a service that enables online transaction. The payment gateway in WordPress is a service that enables online transactions, comma, allowing customers to securely enter their payment information, allowing customers to securely enter their payments information. Third, is a service that enables online transactions, allowing customers to securely enter their payment information and complete purchases on your website. So what we are simply talking about here is how do customers purchase your products via your website, right? Which was the reason why we took our time the other time to publish some products in our shopping page. So which means that the customer does not have to visit our physical shop before they can buy our items, right? From our website, they should be able to purchase any product of their choices. Now, doing that, you need to also ensure their security, because the internet is very porous. So there are a lot of attack that goes on there. So as the owner of the website, you need to make sure that you secure all your customer buying your products. And for you to be able to do that, you will have to subscribe with an authority, a platform that the federal government of that nation must have empowered to take care of what? Online what? Transaction payments. But in African countries, we have the most used payment gateway to be paystack. That is the one that is widely known and mostly used when it comes to what? Africa continent or countries. Now, on the global platform, we have Google, Pay, we have Bitcoin, that is where you pay with your e-wallets, ID, and the rest of them. So all these, there are different payment gateway out there. So you need to know which one you want to what? Activate. But in this class, we'll be looking at how to activate what? Paystack as the payment gateway that will allow our customer to pay for the products via transfer, allow them to also pay for a product in our website via their master card and other words, DTs, payments, channels that are enveloped in that particular word service. Are you with me? Good. Now, for us to activate it, what are the procedure? You must have a shopping page under the steps for how what it takes for you to activate the payment gateway. You have to create a shopping page. Remember, in our last class, we said the shopping page is an online page where you are displaying all your products, right? That is, the customer can visit your website and navigate to that page and see the listing of all your products. And we do mention that part of the information that should be displayed in your shopping page should include the images of the products, the description of the products, and the what? The price, the cost of what? The products, right? So everyone that would like to buy your products via your website would like to have idea of all this information. At least they should be able to know what that product is all about before proceeding to adding it to what? To carts. And before they can check out for what? For payments. Exactly. So let's quickly look at some of the key features of payment gateway before we start implementing it. Key features of payment gateway. So there are certain attributes that it should carry, whichever one you are implementing. Number one, secure transaction. Number one, secure what? Transaction. So what does that mean? Payment gateway encrypts sensitive information. Payment gateway encrypts sensitive information. So this is done so that the client or the users of your website or the customers are not afraid. When we say encrypt, you know what that means? That means what? Encrypt. For you to encrypt a file or an information, it means that what is locked, is not easily accessible by what? Hackers. Is protected to an extent. Just like, sometimes when somebody mail you certain information via email, it will be encrypted. That is why for you to decrypt it, you have to install Adobe Acrobat like PDF. Whenever you want to read what? PDF file. Which means, why are you using PDF application like Acrobat? Because that document that you receive was encrypted. So you are using that software to decrypt it. So what they are trying to tell us here is that so that for the customer to be rest assured that what they are secure, one of the attributes or the feature of payment gateway is that they encrypt so that when you are submitting your card detail, submitting your other sensitive information, you will be rest assured that what they are secured. The hackers cannot what? Hijack them on the way. Are you with me? So that is one of the key feature of payment gateway. I say payment gateway encrypts sensitive what? Information, protecting customers' data. That is the responsibility of these service providers. Which one did you say I should explain again? Okay, so let's look at the second key feature of payment gateway. The second key feature of payment gateway is multiple payment options. So they provide us multiple payment options. So if, for example, now, it is necessary that you make that available because somebody might have interest in buying your product, right? And meanwhile, you have already stated that you can only make payments with your MasterCard. If the person does not have MasterCard, sir, what happens? The person have interest, but he does not have MasterCard. So there is a constraint. That is a potential customer that you are about to lose So that is why one of the attributes of a payment gateway is that they make available what? Multiple what? Options. So if you don't fit into one, definitely what? Another option can be exploited. Let me just explain that briefly. Multiple payment option. Payment gateways often support various payment methods. Payment gateway often support various payment methods. Is that taken? Payment gateways often support various payment methods, such as credit cards, that is, they can accept payment through what? Credit card. PayPal, have you heard of PayPal? That one is not a local payment method. PayPal and bank transfers. PayPal and what? Bank transfer. So that is one of the key features of payment gateway. Let's look at the third one. The third one is integration with e-commerce plugins. Integration with e-commerce what? Plugins, like the WooCommerce plugin we are going to use to implement our paystack payment gateway now. It supports what? Is integrated. That is what? They are added. Are you with me? They are added to what? E-commerce what? Plugin. Remember what I told us before now. What is a plugin? A plugin in WordPress is a kind of software, is a piece of what? Software that is used to expand the functionality of a website, right? Good. That is to add more functions to your website or to increase the functions in your website, you need a plugin, right? Good. So that is one of the key features, integration with what? E-commerce plugin. So let me briefly explain that also. Payment gateway integrates with popular e-commerce plugins. Integrates with popular e-commerce plugins. Are you with me? Integrates with popular e-commerce plugins like WooCommerce, Easy Digital Download, and more. Like WooCommerce, Easy Digital Downloads, and more. So these are the three keywords, features of payment gateway. Let's quickly look at some of the benefits of payment gateway. Quickly, benefits of payment gateway. So the benefits will now serve as the reason why businesses should consider selling their products online, because they can reach more what? Potential customer, and they make it convenient for their customer to easily what? Purchase their products without leaving their locations. So the first benefit is that increase conversations. So it increase what? Conversations. Just to explain briefly on that, by offering multiple payment options, you can increase conversation and reduce carts abandonments. Let me say it again. By offering multiple payment options, you can increase conversion, that is conversation, and reduce cart abandonments. Are you with me? Now, let me break it down. What we are simply saying is this. So let's quickly go to that page where we have created a product that we want to sell online to our clients or customer. So looking at this product now, printer, let's say somebody wants to buy it. Are you with me? Now, once the person click on add to cart, it means that the person has become what? Is beyond just a prospect now. He has taken a further step. The person must have resolved within his or her mind that he wants to buy it. So when you visit a website and you see products displayed like this, You can just look at them, then without clicking on what? This button. Clicking on this button, it means you are about converting a prospect towards a customer, right? Now, once the person click and it prompts the person to the payment gateway. If the person now discover that the particular method provided for making payment, let's say credit card, it does not have it. And if there is no option for transfer, which they can do, the person will end up abandoning what? The purchase. So what we are saying is that it's increased what? Conversation, in the sense that people will no longer be abandoned because there will be one or two options that will fit into their criteria. Are you with me? All right. So now we have not activated it. That is the reason why it's not moving from here. Okay, so that is one of the benefits. Like I said by offering what? Multiple payment options, you can increase conversation and reduce cart what? Abandonment. Let's look at one more benefit of payment gateway. Improve customer experience. Improve customer experience. You know, the what we call UI, UX, right? The UI represents what? User interface. While the UX represents user experience, right? So it is expected that users should have good experience while they are exploring the content of your website. People should not find anything what? Difficult. So when you activate the payment gateway, you are indirectly what? Improving their what? Experience. They'll be more excited doing business with you. Now, let's explain that. Payment gateway provide a seamless payment experience. Payment gateway provide a seamless payment experience, enhancing customer satisfaction. Are you with me? Enhancing customer what? Satisfaction. All right, hope we are following. So we are still on what? The key features, right? Sorry, the benefits. So I'm talking about what? The second one, which is improve customer experience. Have you concluded writing on that? So the third one, before we go for the practical implementation, is reduce risks. It reduces risks. Just to explain about this, right? Payments gateway handles sensitive information. Reducing the risk of data breaches and fraud. That is the reason why any individual cannot be empowered with that service. Like in Africa country, like I mentioned before, we use paystack. So reducing the risk of data breaches to breach, data breach and fraud. So these are the benefits of what? Payment gateway. So now as a digital marketer, you now have all the necessary information to pass on to your clients in case they are adapting, in case you are trying to encourage someone that, okay, to promote your product, to give customer better experience. Let's have a shopping page where we can implement what? Payment gateway. So people don't have to, visit us before they can make payment. People can buy our products from any location and also what? Make payments successfully online. Exactly. Now, let's look at the practical step to implement the payment gateway. Remember I said we are implementing what? Paystack. So you write Paystack payment gateway implementation. Paystack payment gateway implementation. paystack payment gateway implementation. So let's start by knowing what is the paystack as one of the payment gateway I am recommending if your business is carried out within Africa world continents. Right, paystack is a Nigeria payment gateway. Paystack is a Nigeria payment gateway that enable businesses to accept online payments. Paystack is a Nigeria payment gateway that enables businesses to accept payments online through various channels. Are you with me? Through various channels. From customers in Africa. So this particular payment method is acceptable across Africa countries. Exactly. Okay, so I don't want us to waste time. Okay, we need to also look at some of the key features of it. There are things you can actually have described, most of them in the general description. So every payment gateway should have those key features, whether it is paystack or it is a payu or it is a Bitcoin, whatever, they should have common attributes. And what is the common attribute? The common attribute that what? It should be secured. It should make available what? Multiple what? Options. Like this payment gateway now, this paystack now include payments with Nigeria Naira and what? US dollar. You understand? So these are the options that are made available through this. So how do we go about this? Step number one, go to your WordPress or log into your WordPress dashboard. Log into your WordPress dashboard. Log in to your WordPress dashboard. Are you with me? Log in to your WordPress dashboard. So that is step number one. So this is our WordPress what? Dashboard. So from here, the first step is for you to create your product page. So I just want to take all the steps again. Your next step, right? Create your product page. Remember how we created our product page, right? We went to pages and then we selected what? Add page. And then we named that page as what? Shop. Are you with me? So there must be a page within your website where you are going to showcase all the products that the customers can buy through the payment gateway you want to implement. And the payment gateway through the WooCommerce plugin will be what? Connected to that shop. So whatever page you must have programmed your product, you must link that page to what? To the WooCommerce settings so that it can redirect the customer to the payment gateway after clicking on add to cart and checking out. Exactly. So we have already covered the first two steps, right? Or the last step. We have created our what? Product. So now that we have done that, the next step is for you to install the plugins. Install the WooCommerce plugin. Install the WooCommerce plugin. So if as at the time you were buying your WordPress theme and templates, you actually bought or purchased e-commerce website, right? If you purchase e-commerce website, you don't need to install the plugin. The plugin will have come with it. But if you did not purchase e-commerce website at the initial stage of, purchasing the theme, then you have to, from here, go to what? Plugin section, and then you go to add what? Plugin. So from plugin, you search for WooCommerce. You search for WooCommerce. Just simply search for WooCommerce. So once you type it, it will bring out WooCommerce related plugins. So like we have described before, the WooCommerce is the plugin in WordPress that help us to implement what? Payment gateway. And it's an e-commerce what? Plugin. You only implement it or activate it in your WordPress website when you are building what? E-commerce. Are you with me? E-commerce. What is the meaning of e-commerce? The website where you display products and people can what? Transact or buy with you. But in this case, we have already activated it. Supposing you have not activated it, you click on install. After the installation is completed, it will not change to what? Activate. Then you click on what? Activate before it turns to what? Active. Now, the next thing we need to do is to set it up, to set up the WooCommerce. That's your next step. How to set up the WooCommerce plugin after installation and activation. So it is very important you set it up, because the setting up of it will determine how it's going to manage your products. Are you with me? It will determine how it's going to manage your products. And there are 3 pages that it manages. It manages the shop page, it manages the cart page, and also manage the what? The checkout. And that is where you will now be able to see what? The payment options. So all of this, you need to know how they are programmed with the what? With the WooCommerce. So how do I go about that? Steps on how to set up my WooCommerce plugin. Once you have installed it, click on plugin and select install what? Plugins. Hope you are writing down your step rather. Click on what? Plugins and select installed plugin. So from install plugin, you should be able to see it here if you have successfully installed it. So you can see it here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to select what? Settings. So click on setting. So I would like to open it in a new tab so that it does not disrupt the current page. Now, this is the WooCommerce setup page. This is where you can actually, you see all these things, you must know how to set them up. Or there are some that you can easily adopt the default word setting, while there are some that you must change. For example, if your product page, if the page where you are displaying your product is not named shop, so from here you change the setting to that page. Now, in this our case, now we have a page called what? Shop already created. So under general, let me start from general. Let's assess what we have under general. The address, because when people are making purchase or people are buying your product online, they need to know your address. If you are hiding most of this information, Google SEO, we have issue recommending or ranking your what? Your web page for customer, or suggesting it for customer to what? To visit to buy products. And you don't forget that as digital marketer, there's a reason why we are asked, why we are hired to what? To build user-friendly website. So our concept of building website should be totally different from the general web developer. The general web developer, when they are building websites, they are only more concerned with the user what? Experience. But we are concerned with how the product can be ranked, how the product page can be suggested to what? To searchers, so that the customer we are building this website for can increase their sales. I don't know if you get what I just explained now. So when you are activating this, or when you are building your website as a digital marketer, your reasoning should be different from the general what? Developer. because you are trying to improve sales for the client. That's the reason why you are consulted. The person is not having sales, he's not having customer. People are not buying the product. And that is why the person hire your service. That as an expert, you know how to what? To place the product to the front of the potential what? Customer that will be able to what? To buy the product. And that is why when you are doing this, you need to provide strong information that Google will be able to have certain confidence to suggest your website to searchers. Is that clear? So you must not leave this place empty. So let's fill it with address. So if you have more than one address, you impute it in what? Address line 2. Now, you need to also specify the currency you are prioritizing. Now, if you put like 100 Naira there, I believe there's a place where you define the price. What is it showing? Dollar, right? Meanwhile, it's in Naira. It's not supposed to be what? In dollar. Now, if you do not come to this setup, it will continue to show what? Dollar. So the reason why it's showing dollar, because that is the one you specify here. So you come here and change it to what? Naira. So let's search for what? Naira. I think we have passed Naira, right? Suppose we have passed Naira. Suppose we have passed Naira. So let's take it gradually. So I'm looking for Naira. So just type a. Okay, I thought that would bring it, but since let's be patient to look for it, there must be Naira there because it's Africa Payment Gateway. So you can see most of the country you are seeing here, they are Africa what? Country, Algeria. We are not seeing all those except the recognized global currency, which is the dollar currency. So once I get to end, slow down. Hope you are also following. If I'm not passing, we'll soon get there now. We'll soon get there. Okay, so we should be able to get it around here. This is Namibia, Nigeria, Nigeria. So you can see Nigeria here. You understand? So you can use any of the country, any of the states in Nigeria to activate it. So if I select here now, so let's check other thing. This is the postal what? Code of the Asaba. You understand? As the state you specify. Now, sell to all country. Do you want your products to be available or to be sold to all country? Or if there are some countries that you want to accept That is what? Nobody can buy the product from such country. You click here, and that will take you to what? You not choose those country. You select. You understand? So when you click here now to bring out the list of what? All the country. And then those country that you want to accept. Let's say I don't want my product to be sold here. I remove it. You understand? Did you understand that? Good. So that is the option for that. But if that is not the case, you can just select what? Set to all countries. Now, default customer location. Default customer location. So that is where you can just leave it at what? That shop what? Country. That is where they are shopping from. Enable tasks. That is what? When they are buying this product on the internet, will they be tasks in any form? Tasks for shipping it. Then if you want it, that means you're going to create your task rate. You're going to create it. So I will say, okay, yes, task should be what? Apply. Remember, at the point of checkout, that is when the task will be calculated. That is why sometimes when you are buying product, the actual price might be 5,000. By the time you get to checkout now, you now start seeing what? Different price. And they will tell you that they have added what? The task value. Is all right. So now this, most of them, they are what? Optional, actually. You understand? They are optional depending on the criteria applied to. I think that place where we change the country, we need to also change what? The currency. This is where we need to also change the currency so that it can change in your shopping what? Page as well. So let's say we are going for Nigeria now, right? We are going for Naira. Did you see there? Naira. Is there anything like Naira here? There should. There should be. This is it. Nigeria what? Naira. Now, once you are done with this, number of decimal, all this, how you want to separate your thousands from what? Decimal and all of that. So once you tamper with any of the details, definitely we have made some changes, right? You have to what? Update it. So what we are doing right now, we are still setting up what? The WooCommerce. We are specifying how the WooCommerce will manage our what? Online products. Now, if I go back to the front end now and refresh, this dollar sign will have changed to what? Naira. So let me refresh now. You see it now. So if all you know how to do is to install the WooCommerce without taking note of the settings, then you will have, it will have been difficult for you to change it from dollar to what? Naira. So let's go on. So we've considered some settings under what? General. Let's go to products. Let's go to products. So this is what it takes for you to build e-commerce websites. So for you to say you can actually build e-commerce website for customers as a digital marketer, you need to know how to program, how to set all these what? WooCommerce plugin. Now, under products, there are a lot we need to do here. The address, okay, still loading. Still loading. We are not there yet, so let's give it some time. So you can see under product, you can see what I was saying now, shop page. Shop page. Now, Adipin, when you created your online shopping page, you did not name it as shop. Maybe you name it as product. Then you have to come to the plugin, to the WooCommerce plugin, and change it. All the pages in your website will be displayed here. So wherever whatever page you are using to display your product, let's say it is not named shop the way this one is now. Let's say you use product and you want WooCommerce to manage your product in product page instead of what? Shop page. So you must come here and change it. Because if you don't come here, by default, it sees only what? Shop. Because it is expected that that very page where you are marketing, display your product should be named what? Shop. That is why it's called what? Online what? Shopping. Now, add to cart behavior. It checked this what? Adjust to cart. And then there's another one that say what? Redirect the cart page after what? Successfully what? Addition. So I can decide to use this. and turn off this.
Explain the two. Why do you use that?
Good. Both of them does the same thing. But Ajax is a library, just like a JavaScript library, where they have already composed some code. Now, it is not the code. For example, now, this is what I'm talking about now. If I click here now, it's supposed to direct us to what? To the checkout page. Now, there should be a place where we can view the cards. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So all that, if they are not added, you are the one that will add it from your design. We are going there to add it because that's supposed to be here. That means what? The widget is not added. The widget to what? To view the card, but is added to cart. So if I click here now, it's added. Now let me check. Now this one, that one's supposed to take me to the checkout page. But now let me put it on this. Remember that I can check both of them. So let me just turn up this and update first and go back and click to see the reaction of what? That AutoCAD, because that is what we are programming. The AutoCAD, that is what you are programming.
Like I was saying, now that we have updated, let's click here now and see. So you can see that it's the same thing because now how you are supposed to know whether you have a checkout page. Because if you don't have a checkout page, that is when it will not take you to somewhere else or the view cards page. So, but let's just continue from the setting. Now, so I can turn on both of them. Now, placeholder image. Now, if you hover on this icon sometime, in case you want to know what exactly this particular field is designed for, if you hover on this question mark, you get the explanation. This is the attachment ID or image what? URL used for placeholder image in the product catalog. So most of this, like I always say, we live in the era of what? AI, you understand? So you can just, anything that you don't understand, you can just go to what? Chat GPT, and then be able to find out what WooCommerce actually created that particular feature to achieve. So nothing should be difficult for you, particularly when you are working with WordPress. You must work alongside with ChatGPT. You can ask questions. So for example, now I can say what? What is what? What is placeholder, right? Was it placeholder? Let's just go back there. No, was it placeholder image, right? So let's assume that you are working on your own and there is a particular feature you don't know what its role is. You can just come here. What is placeholder image in what? WordPress, WooCommerce, to be more precise. WooCommerce is not spelled well. So see that a placeholder image in WordPress WooCommerce is a what? Is default what? Image that is displayed when a product does not have a specific what? Image assigned. But definitely all our products has what? Image, or will definitely have image. So since it's a default and I'm sure that I have it, so I can just what? Leave it. Now under measurement, the weight of the product, like I told you, most of these there are, you can leave them at what? Default without you changing them. So now once we have done this, check everything. Enable product what? Review. Show verify owner label on customer review. Review can only be left by what? Verified what? Owner. You can leave all these details the way they are, and then you go to another tab. Now, this is where you are going to program your tasks. I hope you are following. Okay. So now that we have updated that, let's quickly look at task settings, because we are looking at what? WooCommerce setting. And remember, I said the setting you do here determine how the plugin will manage your products. So under tasks, look at the option we have here. Prices enter with tasks. Yes, is it? You check everything. Depending on the customer you are building this website for, there are some customers that some of these things are not applicable on. Are you with me? They are not applicable to. So you have to make sure that you don't activate things that does not pertain to what they requested for. So price enter with tax. Yes, I will enter what? Price exclusive of tax. No, I will enter price exclusive of tax. So you check, you hover on this, and you can also go there and find out what is the major function of that tab. Customer shipping address. What does this mean? This option determines which address is used to calculate what? The tax. What does that mean? Now look up. If, because the way you would tax shipping your product to a customer living in UK will not be the same with a customer living in Ghana, because these different countries have different what? Tax rates. Are you with me? So if you not use a flat rate, it means that if you are shipping to the persons in London or in UK, it's going to cost you more. So that's why you can vary it. It can be based on the country. That is what this is saying. You want to set it up. Then, or round tax at what? Total what? Level. Instead of what? Rounding per what? Line. So when you click here now, it means that you are saying that what? Flat rates. Everybody. Then here, additional tax classes. Reduce rate 0. If you want it, fine. Then display price during what? Carts and checkout, excluding what? Tax. When it's displaying the price, it should not add what? The tax. Or it should add it. Should add it, have you? So it's specified. Now, look at what you now got after specifying it. The inconsistent tax settings. To avoid possible rounding errors, price should what? Enter and display consistently in all locations, either including or what? Now you can say use recommended. You should use what? Recommended. Then click on save changes and proceed. Are you following? Now let's go to shipping now. Shipping has to do with what? Moving the product to the person, right? After buying, how would they receive the product? Now look at what you have here. A shipping zone is a geographic region where a certain set of shipping methods and rates applies. U.S. domestic zone, all U.S. states, flat rate what? Shipping. Europe what? Zone. Any country in Europe, flat what? Rate. Then if you want to add it, you add what? Shipping. That is what you want to define it now. You want to set it up. Now, but most companies today, most businesses today, they are encouraging customers by telling us what is shipping free, that they are not going to be what? Charged additionally for what? Shipping the product. Because they have discovered recently that that is one of the major factors that is discouraging some individual buying products from far place. Because if, for example, now you are marketing a product from Nigeria, and when somebody in US sees it and he wants to buy it, the next thing written on it is that it what tax is included, or sorry, shipping what cost is 1,000, or shipping cost excluded from that current price the person might be viewing. You know, the person might be discouraged. So the best thing now is that people are excluding shipping costs in order to encourage what? Buyers. Are you with me? So, but there are some companies that will tell you as a digital marketer that what it should be implemented. Are you with me? So you can add multiple shipping methods within what zone. So if you want to add, you click on what? Add method here, free zone. So me, I want to tell on what? Free zone, or what? Flat what? Rate, or maybe pick up location that will determine the what? Like I just explained now, most people are using what? Free what? Shipping. So just select it that does not what? Attract shipping. So that products from your shopping page, whenever the person wants to buy it, this message will be displayed as what? No shipping what? Involved. So that will now encourage them. So click on what? Create. So you can see that you have added one now. So in case you want to delete or you want to edit, you can always what? Click. If you want to add another criteria, maybe for certain area, you add it. After that, you click on what? This. So I'm going to pause here for some seconds, and then you will now perform everything. Log into your WordPress now, perform everything that I've done. All right, so we have been able to set our what? At least we have set one task setting now, right? Which is what? Free what? Shipping, which means that the customers are not going to pay for sending. They are not going to be responsible for the cost of delivering the products to them. You are taking care of that from the actual cost. So that is what we do under what? Under shipping. So now we now go to the next setting, payments. Payments. So I'm walking us through all this so that we know what to do, because until you understand all this, you might not be able to say that you can actually use WordPress to design e-commerce websites where you don't know how to manage the e-commerce what? Plugin. So once you get to payments, you can see that what paystack is what? Is here, but it's not installed. It's not installed, so you have to install it. As you can see, like the brief description I gave to you before, gave to us before, I said paystack helps what? Africa what? Merchants accept online, accept what? One-time and recurring payment online with a modern, safe, and what? Secure payment gateway. So I will just install it. So there could be other payment gateway that you want to install that are not here, like PayURL, that one, or PayPal. So you will have to what? Install their plugin inside the WooCommerce before they can show here. So these two are the ones that came with it. Let me move this now. You can select what? More what? Payment option. So you click here and that will now take you to the marketplace of WooCommerce, where you can actually integrate what? Other options other than the one that is given to us here. So now remember that this is the WooCommerce, which is the e-commerce plugin for implementing what? Payment gateway in WordPress what? Website. So the payment gateway you choose must be enveloped in what? The WooCommerce. Whether you are choosing Africa payment gateway, it must be stored in what? In WooCommerce. Whether you are choosing global or international, all your payment gateway must be here. So right now I have installed it. I will now what? Enable it. All right, so while that is going on, I want to use this opportunity to inform us the platform you are watching this clip from. It is known as Digital Z Hub. Digital Z Hub is a platform where we train both professional and beginners on different tech programs. We have programs like cybersecurity. We have programs like web development. We have programs like data analysis. We have programs like engineering drawing using AutoCAD, Revit, and the rest of them. You can subscribe to this platform by WhatsApping 07069665919. You can subscribe again to this platform by chatting or WhatsApping 07069665919. Chat us up, and then we will add you to our like-mind community group where we give our daily updates as regards to our master classes and the free training sections that we also organize on this platform. Thank you. Okay, so there is a notification here that says what? An error occur. You will require to set up what? Okay, good. I think it has finally what? Good. Now you have to create an account. So it has enabled it and it has opened up. So this is the paystack payment gateway. Now, what do you need? I want us to pay attention to this very aspect. Because until you program this correctly, it's not going to what? Be active. Okay? Now look up. Let me start from the top here. Optional. To avoid situation where bad network. To avoid situation where bad network makes it impossible to verify transaction. Set your webhook URL here to what? URL below. Now, this is optional, like they have highlighted. So this is you capturing some customers that may be having network issue. How many times you try sending or transacting, either depositing or withdrawing money, and then the money will get what? Hang. And then you have to proceed to the bank and go and lay what? A complaint before they can what? Reverse it, right? So you are trying to put that into consideration. So supposing someone is trying to buy your products via your shopping page and the person have network issue, how will that person be managed? That is why this is saying that you can create a separate page where you can actually what? Communicate those information. But I am going to manage that from my what? My paystack what? Dashboard. I'll take care of that. Because from my paystack dashboard, I will be able to monitor all the transaction, all the completed transaction, incompleted what? Transaction. All of them will be what? Recorded in my paystack. So from there, I can approve. I can also what? Disapprove. So let's go to this next one. Enable or disable. When you click on this, enable paystack as payment option on your checkout. So I will click on it. That was the reason why when we were clicking on add to cart, it was not going to where? Anywhere, because you have not activated all this. Now, title, what would they be seeing? Debit and what? Credit card. If there's any other information you want outside this, as the best description to represent the title, you put it there. Description, what would they see? Make payments using your what? Debit and what? Credit card. If there's any other information you want to add, you have the privilege of also what? Adding it as well. After that, let's look at the test mode. Test mode. Test mode. That is what? You are not going live here because you need to register with what? Paystack, which we are going to do in a moment. I have already registered with Paystack, but we just try going through the registration process all over so that you can have an idea on how to go about it. So now, under test mode, if you just want to test, now that you are ready to implement it fully, once you have implemented it, once it is live, then you have to uncheck what? Test mode so that it will switch to what? Live. Because if it is not live, that means everything you are doing is a demo. The customer can only be used to practice. It cannot actually perform what? Real transaction. But let's leave it here because I am very sure that you don't have registered company with CAC for you to go live. Because for you to go live, there are certain documents you must obtain. Your company must be registered. Are you with me? Otherwise, you just say you are just testing it. Now, select one. So what we are saying is that which one should pop up? Is it select one or pop up or redirect? Now, in case you want to know what this means, pop-up shows the payment pop-up on the pay page while redirecting will redirect the customer to what? Paystack to make payment. So which one do we want? Look at what they say about pop-up. Pop-up shows the payment pop-up on the page Why redirecting? Let's stay on this. Let's stay on this. But both of them are good options anyway. So now, what is test key? Test secret what? Key. And what? Test public key. So for you to get this, you must have paystack account before you can obtain what? Test secret key and what? Test public key. What are they used for? They are actually used to link the transaction to your paystack what? Dashboard, so that you can observe or follow up whatever is happening. So what it means is that while the customers are busy transacting in your website, you can just focus on your paystack dashboard to be monitoring whatever they are doing. Once somebody purchases a product, it will be recorded in your paystack what? Dashboard. So how do we register with paystack? So we just quickly go to a website. That's the next step now. I hope you are writing your step here now. How to register with paystack, because we are leaving that setting now, because until we obtain our test secret key and our what? Our public secret key, we cannot complete this activation. We cannot complete it. So let me close some of these pages. Close some of these pages. Where are we now? Okay. So steps on how to what? Register with paystack. So just type paystack. Once you type paystack, just type paystack login, or just type what? Paystack. Any of them will bring you to the official paystack page, as you can see here. Official what? Paystack what? Page. So you click on it. So if you don't have an account, you will now create an account. If you have an account, you log in. But for me now, I have an account with them already. So I will just select what? Login. So I would like to take you to, okay, let me leave this one. Later I will come back to show you how to manage what? The account. So I will say what? New to what? Paystack. I will select what? Sign up for a paystack what? Account. So it's going to ask you for your details. So which country are you from? Nigeria. Business name, let's assume Digitech. Let's say Digitech. Let me just put that so that it will not compete with the one I've already activated with training platform. Now, your first name, that is the person registering this. Let's say you are Jude. Last name is, I want to be writing this information, what you are filling. Country, you write. Business name, you write. Example in your notes, so that when you are filling your own, you know what I use. The last name, let's say what? Okay. The email address, let me use this email address also. The phone number, let me use this phone number. I'm just running a demo. Then your password, the login password, the password you will, that will be required for you to log in to your paystack what? Dashboard, to be able to know what is going on with your business. So let's just write this password down for me. Write this password down for me. If I write this information, first name, Jude, last name, okay? Yes. So password, let me use digital underscore marketing class underscore class. So let me show it so that you can see it. Digital underscore marketing underscore class. But hold on, we are yet to meet the criteria. Look at the ones we have already met. We have met what? One letter, one lowercase, and what? One special character. Underscore has offered us what? Special character. So we are yet to meet the criteria that says what? One uppercase. So let's turn what? The D to what? Capital letter. So we have met that one. The next one says there must be one number. So let's say what? class 1. So write it down. So we have met all the criteria. First, okay, now, no, just email, Prosper Egwero 33@gmail.com. Are you with me? Don't worry, I know the email. Now, there's a question we need to answer here, or there are questions we need to answer. What type of business do you own? Starter what? Business. Register business. So I would like us to use this because if you click here now, we will not be able to provide your CAC registration what? Copy. Are you with me? So just for us to get through it, let's select this. But mind you, if you choose this option, your company must have been registered with what? Corporate Affairs what? Commission, where they must have given you what? The approval letter and the certificates. All these things will be asked, they will ask you to upload them. So let's choose what? Starter, which means what? I am testing my ideas with real what? Customer. I'm preparing to register my company. So let's, another question here. Are you a software developer? Why do you want to claim no? Because you are trying to gain certain assistance from them so that they can assist you. It's better you show that you are a professional. If not, there are some steps they will tell you, go and learn first. Are you with me? Because they believe that before you do this, you shouldn't be a beginner. So let's say what? Yes. Then create my what? Account. But before you create your account, take one more step to read through their what? Their license or their privacy what? Policies. So you can right click on it and or click probably to prompt you to a new page. But let's click on what? Create my account. So I can save what? This detail, or remember that you have written the email, right? The password. So let us not bother about, so I can say what? Okay, let's just say, no, this one will update the one I have said before. So I don't want it to update because I program my own to log me in automatically. So now it will now ask you, click here to what? Resend. They have sent a particular code to this to verify this. So you continue from there. So let me quickly log into that, my Gmail. I hope you are still with me. So let me go to my Gmail account and find out the verification code they have sent. So this is not the Gmail. So let me just come here and switch to another. Okay, this is it here. So we should be able to see the verification code. So this is the paystack. Recent what? Style. So we will now click on. We recently noticed an attempt to sign up with your email. You can see it now. So that means I have to use another email because I've used this email. Well, let's see what will happen. Because if I click here now, it means that I'm resetting my password. I don't know if you are getting me. Do you have a... I don't want to change this information. So let me look for another email that we can use. Egwero@gmail.com. The number I want to use, Egwero@gmail.com. No, I'm coming. I want to choose another number I want to use. 815, write the number down, 55915039. Now write the password. What was the password that time? Can you use that same password? Digital underscore marketing, have you? Marketing underscore what? Class, have you? Class 1. So let me see whether it's the same thing. I think it's the same, right? Okay, so we choose I am a developer. Why is it not RT? Why is it not RT? Maybe we'll start registering a fresh one because I just actually went back. You understand? Went back. So let me. Okay, let me just search again so that to save our time. Paystack. This should be network. By the Gmail. Goes into this account. We will now click that another account. Precious. Precious what? Egwero, have you? At Gmail. Let's confirm motorcycle capture. We didn't get it. Traffic. Next. What? Okay. And this is where we have issue. This password now. I can change. From let me do forgot a password and see whether I'll be able to retrieve it. Hmm? Please, 46. You know whether this is this number does not match the one provided. What is that number that I call now? That is the 8 what? No, 8155 9150 39.
Oh, yeah. So let me see other option. That is the number that I use. Next name AKA Limited. Name Peter, right? Just Jude. Email. Let me put here. No, let's do no one. I want to use another information. Let me supply an email that I have this detail. Write this email down now. prosper.egwero@yahoo.com. The phone number that I use now is this password. Let me use the same password. Digital marketing at class. Okay, there's dots. Yeah, there's dots, yes. Have you written it? Yes, at yahoo.com. I think I have this one. So let me quickly go there and get this one sorted. Yes, that's email digital. Yes. Phone number, the one I give, the one we use the other time. So let me just go to the email to confirm it. So if you are doing this for customer, you need to, now we have it here. Hello, thanks for signing up. Thanks for signing up. I just want us to get there. So I will now select what? Confirm email address. So that will not take you back. Hope you are taking note of the process. So it's taking us back now. Taking out your email address was confirmed. So if you are doing this for clients, you need to make sure that you create or you ask for the email of the customer. Because at the end of the day, okay. When you want to register get access to your credit card line. Your what? Your credit card. Yes. Yes, yes. So it must refer you to where you have to confirm. You have to log into your email now to go and get. Just like I've logged into my email. I saw it's asking us as we are trying to log in now. It's asking us for the code. So you go back to the email, they will have sent you the code. So all this is for security what? Measure. Where is the code? Let's check. This is the code. So I will just take it and then go to, is it here or here? So just paste it and then click on what? Login. Now we are in our dashboard now. This is where we want to get our, remember what brought us here? The test secret key and the what? The test what? Public key. When we are setting up our WooCommerce, pay attention. Attention. This is what gives you money. This is what you'll be collecting big money for you to know how to program all this. You can't collect contracts, how to do with e-commerce website, but you don't know how to set up WooCommerce. Okay, so I will just exit this. So this is the dashboard. Now I'm going back to the website now, where we started setting up what? The WooCommerce, right? And then now that we have access to the dashboard, where we can get our key. So let's quickly go back there. I think I was trying to open it somewhere, and they were asking me for two-factor. Let me quickly derive that and proceed.
Now 0, 7, 6, 8, 5, 9. So we are rounding up. Let me just make sure that you are following because before the next class, you must have programmed this to everything we are doing. You know, I logged out the other time, so I need to go back to the back end, the WordPress back end, so that I can continue with the WooCommerce setup. I hope it will not redirect us like the other time. I think it's on the online shopping, right? Okay, now let's go back to the WooCommerce setup. How did we go there? You can actually come here if you don't want to go through plugin. Remember the other time we went through what? Plugin, right? And then we selected what? Install plugin. From there, we selected what? Setting. But since you have installed it, you can also come here and select what? Setting. So from here, we were at payment, right? Was it payment? Payment, where we were asked for the test key, the test secret key. Let's go to the manage now. I think it's from manage here, right? So now we want to get this. Remember that we enabled this the other time now, right? We enable what? Okay, we did not save when we click on it before I close it. And then we selected what? Pop-up. Now, test key, how do we get it? You now go back to your paystack. You see this user icon, you click on it here. You go to profile. From profile, you see what? AP what? API what? Key and what? What they recommended, the address. Remember, they pointed out this in case customer have issue, network issue. So you click here. Once you click here, it will bring you here. These key are for what? Testing only. Remember when we activated this, right? You remember that we don't want to go live for now. We just want to practice how to implement. When the customer has successfully registered with the CAC and must have gotten all the documents required to activate it, we will now change it from what? Test mode to what? Live. Then we will now upload our CAC document. So that is just the notification you are given here. Now you now come here and say, generate new what? Secret what? Key. Remember that you have one. These are the two things they are asking for. One is secret key. So I can just click here and select what? Enter your account password to confirm. How soon should your old what? Key expire? So they are already giving us one already here. This is one. So I will just take it. Are you with me? I will just take that one. Now, this is the public one. This is, there are two keys that we are asked to supply here. Let's go back to this. So I will copy that one and what? Paste it here. Then I'll also go back again, copy the one you are given for what? Public. Then go back to your page. Go back to your WordPress page, then place or paste here. So once you are done like this, you come here, auto complete order. If somebody is trying to place order, will it complete automatically, even if the person did not fill all the required information? That is not good because somebody might not fill name, and then it will just complete the order by adding random name, right? So don't activate it. The next one is remove cancel order and what? Restore what? So in case there is remove the cancel order and restore cart button on the pay for order page. Somebody can cancel an order while going through it. So they are optional. Enable what? Split payment. Additional what? Paystack what? Gateway. So maybe you have other gateway outside this. Maybe we want to activate multiple payment gateway. If somebody don't want to pay with paystack, you want to what? Activate that what? There could be another one. But right now, if you program it on what? One gateway, which means that what? It's only this paystack. So if by tomorrow now you create another payment gateway, it will not be what? Shortlisted. Enable payment via what? Save card. All these are options, anyone you want. Now, once you have done this, let's save now and see if it's going to take us through the process. So we have supplied our test key and everything. And then if we come back here now, we have all this information supplied. So if we go back to our dashboard now, remember we said that this is just for test mode, right? This is just for test mode. So let's go back to our profile. Remember how I got there? I came to what? Profile here. No, I wanted to see if it has updated. So let's check the front end, the page. Let's view the front end. Let's see some of the updates we have added if they are showing. Let's go to the shopping page. So you can see there are so many things that have been updated now. Before that was not there. So if I select here now, it's taking me to carts now. Can you see it? Unlike before that time. Then if I select, maybe I want to add coupon. This is the what? Then I'll proceed to what? Check out. Then it will bring out what? The payment gateway. Can you see it now? Payment gateway is added now. This is the paystack that you added. Now, if you fill this information now successfully, let's say I supply this information, shift to what? Different words, other notes. So I just want criteria to complete the process. So let's say I say place order. Perfect. We are good to go. So now somebody can decide to pay through what? Transfer. What is written here? Can you see what is written here? Test, because it's test mode that we said we want to. So somebody can pay now. Somebody can pay. Let's say you want to pay this now. You can try it. You can try transferring a certain amount. You can go and quote that product. You know, we selected about 4 copies. That is why it's showing us about this amount. So when you are done with your own, you can put money in. In this case now, this account is prompted. So if you were to be the live one, where you have supplied all the information, it will ask you to impute your own account detail that the customer will pay to. But in this case now, this is not your account because you are using test mode. Are you getting it?
That is the paystack one now. You go there now.
Which account? Your company account. Yes. If you were to be that online or not test, there will be an option where you have to supply the account, the company account, that whatever payment that is made here, the money will be going into.
This one now, the test now. The test now. I now pay money, and I pay this money now.
To this account?
To this account.
Yes.
This is pledged to that your paystack account.
Yes, it will reflect there.
Yeah.
Whatever you do there will reflect. I have sent what? Money. Let's say, for example, now it's connecting. So everything you are, if you come to your dashboard here, you'll be able to see it here. If you go to home, if it is successful, you will see it here. This is where you view it. This is your dashboard. So once the payment has been made, you will see it here. But the issue we are having now is that, you know, it's test mode, not what? The live. If you were to be live, while you were going through this, you will have been asked to supply your company accounts. So whatever payment that they are performing from here now, are you with me? When you call, it will not be, you will not receive a alert as the owner of the company. Just like if you buy something on Jumia now, Jumia will have already submitted their account number. while they were programming this whole process. So once you come here and make any successful payment, it's credit what? That account. And then from your paystack dashboard, you can now monitor what? All the transactions. Even the one that failed, you can see transaction what? No result, because it's still loading. We have not, it has not confirmed it. Do you understand it now? So we will continue from here in our next class, but you only make sure that you also activate your payment gateway using the test mode, so that will ask you to upload your company registration details and other sensitive information. So guys, this is where we draw the curtain. So like I told us before, this platform that is you are watching the clip from is called Digital Z Hub, where we train people on different technological skills. We have programs like cybersecurity, data analytics, web development, Python programming, UI, UX, and machine learning, and the rest of them. In case you want to connect to this platform, simply call or WhatsApp 070-6966-5919. Let me call the number again. You want to connect to Digital Z Hub platform, where you can get daily updates as regard to master class and free training that we organize once in a while. Call the number 070-6966-5919, or log on to Digitech. Let me write it. www.digitechz.com.ng. So you can contact us via this website. That is our website. You can also go to the free video page to watch some of our past recorded master classes video. Thank you for joining. Watch out for the next edition. Thank you.